Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley says other Trump cabinet members tried to recruit her in an effort to resist the president's actions. In an interview for Sunday Morning with CBS Evening News anchor and managing editor Norah O'Donnell, Haley accused former White House Chief of Staff John Kelly and former Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, in her words, of undermining the president. Weijia Jiang is here in Studio 57 with more on this story. Weijia, good morning to you. What else is Nikki Haley saying?
Well, good morning. Nikki Haley told CBS News those former Trump aides should have quit if they didn't like the president's actions, and said their attempts to circumvent him go against the Constitution. And this isn't the first time we're hearing of staffers' attempts to go around President Trump.
To undermine a president is really a very dangerous thing.
Speaking to Norah O'Donnell on Sunday Morning, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley doubled down on claims that senior White House officials asked her to subvert President Trump. Haley writes in a book out this week that then Chief of Staff John Kelly and then Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, quote, confided in me that when they resisted the president, they weren't being insubordinate. They were trying to save the country.
The Secretary of State Tillerson went on to tell you the reason he resisted the president's decisions was because if he didn't, people would die. Do you memorialize that conversation? It definitely happened?
It absolutely happened. And instead of saying that to me, they should have been saying that to the president, not asking me to join them on their sidebar plan.
In an interview with CBS News political contributor Bob Schieffer last December, Tillerson said he had openly challenged the commander-in-chief's decision-making.
And I'd have to say to him, well, Mr. President, I understand what you want to do, but you can't do it that way. It violates the law. It violates a treaty.
Responding to Haley, Kelly told Sunday Morning if by resistance and stalling she means putting a staff process in place to ensure the president knew all the pros and cons of what policy decision he might be contemplating, then guilty as charged. It seems those weren't the only attempts to temper President Trump's impulses. A purported senior Trump official wrote in an anonymous New York Times column last September that top staffers are working diligently from within to frustrate parts of his agenda and his worst inclinations.
An anonymous editorial, can you believe it? Anonymous, meaning gutless.
Speaking at a summit in Georgia last month, Kelly said he had second thoughts about leaving the administration and added that he told the president there would be consequences for surrounding himself with yes men.
Don't hire someone that will just, nod and say, that's a great idea, Mr. President, because you will be impeached.
President Trump claims General Kelly never said anything like his warning about impeachment, and if he had, quote, I would have thrown him out of office. In relation to those Haley comments, the White House and Tillerson have not responded to our requests for comment.
I'd be very curious to see what they're thinking, because some people are saying it looks like they were thrown under the bus and then the bus is running over.
Yeah,
Rex
Well, yeah, but it does expose what those very senior aides were saying about President Trump, so it's sort of a double-edged sword here.
Rex Tillerson notably silent on this. Kelly, we're hearing from.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Weijia.
Thank you.